We're not your average paranormal investigators. My friends and I seek the truth. Are you afraid? We want to know the real history. Hi my adventurous people, and welcome back to my channel. I am here coming at you right now at the Sallie House. Yeah, I know. It is incredible that I'm here, and I'm pretty fucking stoked, honestly. It is supposedly haunted by this little girl named Sallie. I am here with Kyla and Michael Scott, and I am so happy to be investigating. I am hoping that we catch a lot of evidence today. So if you wouldn't mind, just subscribe, give this a big thumbs up, and also subscribe to Kyla and Michael. Let's get started. We are at the workstation where we put all our equipment, and I am here right now with Michael Scott.
It's me again. You guys are gonna be so sick of me.
Michael's been here before. What did you experience the last time you were at the Sallie House?
I think the coolest thing that happened last time we were here is I was doing an Instagram live, and I was upstairs. There's two lights upstairs, and in the middle of it, one of them shut off. And at first I thought, well, maybe the light bulb just burnt out. We went on our way, went downstairs, we were doing stuff down here, we came back upstairs and we went back up, the light was back on again. So there was no way it was just the light bulb like burning out. So something had turned it off and then turned it back on before we got back up there. It was really cool.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting because they talk about the electrical issues that they had in the actual book, The Person That Lived in Here, and how it got so popular. So that is interesting. And also, we have Kyla here.
Hello! Yes, so we were playing with the Ouija board when we came. It's the first time Michael and I ever had the planchette move. And it moved over to G, and it kind of hovered over there, and it didn't really move anymore, and we didn't understand what that meant. But then on the Ovilus, we got the name Gail around the same time, I think we actually got it multiple times, which is really strange because there was nobody in here named Gail, or that we know of. But that was really weird. And then also I got some EVPs when I was filming, and things that I didn't hear with the naked ear. When I went back and I watched the video, I got a bunch of like whistling sounds and stuff like that, which was really, really interesting.
What about you, Mark?
I thought that the flashlight was freaking out because supposedly flashlights will turn on and off in the kitchen.
Yeah.
and I came out of the corner of the living room, dining room area, walked into the kitchen, and the flashlight went nuts. Turns out it just had a strobe feature on it, so that was anything. But I remember the Ouija board thing. I was filming, so I didn't actually like participate in that.
Yeah.
I think one of the balls upstairs.
Oh yeah, but it
moved from one part of the room to the other. With like we set it down, left, came back, and it moved. And the house is pretty sturdy, so things don't really shake and bounce around, so we don't know how that happened.
Yeah.
And then Michael's light going off, and do we have any EVPs?
Yeah, like whistles. I got some weird whistle things.
I'm hoping that, I don't know, more things happen tonight.
Awesome. And as most people know on my channel, I've only been on YouTube for about a year, so I have not filmed here yet, but I'm very excited to see what happens, and hopefully it's something pretty crazy. Now I am in Sallie's room, and this is what this house is all about, pretty much. Apparently, theory is Sallie is a little girl that haunts this house. There was a confirmed doctor that lived here. I'm super curious to see what happens and if Sallie supposedly is here. I am not so sure about it, but I am hoping that something cool comes out of this and there is evidence of Sallie actually being a real person. Sallie, apparently, in the book, in this room, people have felt cold spots, I believe, right here. And also the people who made this house famous. And there were apparently teddy bears placed in a circle in this room. And that's definitely interesting to note. Well, we just had two weird guys ring the doorbell.
Just wanted to see the inside or something.
They probably just know about the house.
It shut off really quickly.
Why'd they park in front of that one though? And one of them walked in front of the house, and the other guy was sitting in like the back of the truck. And then he walks back over to the truck and kind of like leans against it with that other guy in there, like they were like hesitating. But I don't understand why he came and rang the doorbell and then they went all the way across the street. Like that's what I don't understand.
Well, they were on phones, so maybe they took a picture.
Oh,
I don't know the license plate color on here. It was like a whitish plate.
And I was filming for Michael at the time, so it was unforeseen. And it's really strange. I don't know what to think, but if they come back, I'm ready. So KYLA'S apparently getting some responses upstairs, so we're gonna head up there and see what's happening.
We're really safe with them, and they're gonna come up and talk to you. She said she was over here. I asked where she was in the room, and they were crossing to all the yes questions I was asking. And then at the only time that it moved in any weird direction was I asked where she was, and it went over here. But I literally right before that got chills on this side of my head. Oh, right really? Before it, yeah. So Sallie is over here, and it was really strange because like I asked a lot of questions, and from the answers that I was getting, she was saying that she's the only spirit up here. She was saying she does go in the basement. She doesn't like men, and she does scratch men. And I asked, do you scratch only men? And it didn't like move. So I don't know if she's ever scratched a woman or not, but it seems to me like she also scratches women, but she doesn't seem to dislike them just from this, what I was just doing. So if you want to use these, see if you can get any responses up here. I'm telling Sallie, since she's apparently over here, that she can talk to you guys and that she's safe with you guys. She seems like she's not a bad thing though. But from what I was seeing or hearing, but she does scratch people. But I think she's scared. Maybe she scratches people she feels threatened or unsafe by, or that give off a bad vibe or reminder of that. I don't know. But I was getting responses like in the McIntyre Villa to my questions. like the same type of action.
Just crossing.
Yeah. So you guys someone should
Joey,
try
you
it.
should try it because you're a woman.
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
Matt?
Kyla and I just did a dowsing rod session, and it's going to be on her channel, so if you will check out Kyla's channel and subscribe, and make sure you check out the video. We got some amazing evidence with the dowsing rods, and I am freaked out. I mean, how did you feel about it?
Amazed, like Sallie, or I believe that it was genuine. Felt like it was like the spirit of like a younger, more timid child that was like nervous to like communicate with us and stuff. And I'm just excited. I feel like that was really awesome. It was cool because I wasn't really expecting much of anything, and then it started moving. And then I had them come up, and it was Mark, Michael, Joey, and then I. And Joey tried to use them, and it wasn't really doing anything. And so we had them leave because it said she doesn't like men because of the surgery that was supposedly performed on her, like the whole rumor with that and everything. And when they left, she started having the dowsing rods move. And then Sallie, or what we think could be Sallie, like the dowsing rods moved, like someone like touched it on the end.
I felt a bump on the end of the dowsing rod, and that was it was freaky because I've never had like a tap that was like that obvious. It was like boom.
Yeah.
And I'm excited. I don't feel like a bad presence or anything. I feel like someone who's like curious, and I don't know. I mean, I suppose things could be different, but from my experience right now, I don't feel freaked out about it. I feel excited.
Yeah. So she's gonna try the ball.
Yeah. We're gonna see if we can get her to throw the ball or move the ball, push the ball at least.
Yeah.
It seems like she possibly can, so let's try for that. Okay, Sallie. Can you please roll the ball to Kyla or I? I would really appreciate it. Just try to push it really hard towards one of us. Or you can push it anywhere.
I just had a mini heart palpitation. Or flutter. Like my heart went.
Probably just the caffeine.
Oh.
Can you please push the ball towards one of us? We want to play a game with you. Can you push it? Can you like tap it like you did on the dowsing rod? Would it be easier for you to knock?
Sallie, can you make a sound in this room for us? I don't feel like she's in here. Do you?
I don't know. I don't know. Did you leave? We're gonna leave if you don't respond to us. And we're gonna go in somewhere else. wonder what other spirit may be here.
I don't know.
Because the only thing I can imagine, like, why she's aggressive, like that. I mean, I don't know what to think as far as, like, the story behind her. But my guess is, like, there could also be other spirits, and, you know, that could be good or bad. And maybe she feels protective of herself, maybe. I don't know.
Makes sense to me. There could be, like, a negative male energy or male spirit in here somewhere. It's really interesting because when I was doing the dowsing rod sessions, like, it was answering to questions, like when I asked if there was anybody else up here, and it answered no, that it was just her. So I wonder if she kind of, like, stays up here because she feels safe from other things. I don't know.
It's possible.
And also, when we were here last year, we all came in here, like, all of us. And it was like the energy was not here anymore. Like, it left into a different room.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if she's like, I'm fucking done, and, like, went to another room or what. And I'll also say those other 2 rooms, they're weird.
Does anybody know, like, the history between the other rooms? Or
They are not talked about to my knowledge. When I was in this room that's right across here last year, my camera on my phone would, like, go in and out of focus over and over and over and over and over again when I had it facing towards the bed, and it hadn't done that at all. And then in that other room that's, like, bigger with the big closet, it just feels fucking weird. I don't know the history between any of them, but yeah.
When I walked in here, I didn't feel threatened. I didn't feel scared. I didn't feel much of anything. But I don't know, when I walked into the basement, I felt scared. But I don't know if that's just because it's a creepy basement, because that can set your mind up to be like, ooh, that's weird and spooky. But I don't know. I haven't felt anything super intense yet, but
you know, when I was here last time, I didn't do any night vision in the basement, like, all completely dark down there. So I think that we should do that. Like, go there, like, in the dark with, like, night vision and see if anything happens down there, because it feels a little bit different with all the lights on. Because I want to get some activity down there, like, bad.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just hoping that ball moves.
I know.
She may have, like, maybe she's checking on Michael and Mark.
She moved it when we were here last time. We weren't in here. So
let's just see if we should, like, make sure, like, maybe we can, like, leave the dowsing rods and be like, make sure it's in the middle of the ball. Yeah. And then we can, like, come back and see if it's been moved.
That's smart.
Okay. Let's go.